So if Samsung has redefined the camera, what is the purpose of having a point and shoot anymore? Let's find out. What's up everyone, I'm the Everyday Dad. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. So I spent the entirety of my video Friday talking about how awesome the camera is on the Samsung Galaxy S9, and spoilers, it's really great. But it got me thinking, can the Galaxy S9 stand up to the current industry juggernaut of portability, the Sony RX100 Mark V? Well, we're gonna find out today. So we're going to compare both cameras in a series of tests so we can see which one does a better image quality, or if maybe they're the same. If they're the same, is it really worth spending the extra money and having a dedicated camera if you can get most of what you're looking for out of a cell phone? So we're going to do a bunch of comparisons. We're going to compare video, we're going to compare autofocus, we're going to compare audio, accessories, and we're just going to compare about how cool it is to hang out with both of these. Let's get started with the test. First up, autofocus. Both of these cameras have their company's very own version of what they call dual pixel autofocus, which means it's based on a phase detection system. To make it very simple, there are sensors inside of the camera that tell where light is reflected and how fast it's reflected off a potential subject, and it uses calculation and science magic to determine where that autofocus is. Basically what that means is it's the fastest autofocus you can get, especially when you compare other cameras that use a contrast-based detection, which is slower because it's got to hunt for the focus to find the focus. This is much more snappy. Image quality. Both of these cameras take awesome photos and videos. Now, I'm by no means a professional. I'm just a regular guy that likes taking pictures and likes taking videos, and I bet a lot of you are the same way. And to that end, today we're gonna play a game. So we're gonna put a picture or video of one of these cameras up. I'm gonna give you a second to pick which one you think it's out of. And we'll do this a few times, and maybe you'll be surprised at how good the image quality is out of the cell phone. Or maybe like the standalone camera is way better. So let's find out and get right to it. And a disclaimer, both are set into their straight auto mode. I didn't do intelligent auto mode for the phone, I didn't do manual mode or anything like that. Straight auto, so that the average person would get similar results if you reproduced my test. Now, one of the big negatives when it comes to the RX100 Mark V, which is a fantastic camera by the way, but it has a 5-minute recording limit when it comes to 4K video because Sony's packed so much goodness into this, it overheats. Like, there's too much power under the hood here and it overheats. The Galaxy S9 does not have that problem, and I have not yet had it overheat even though recording for like 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time in 4K. Next up, ease of use. Now, one thing that Sony generally gets beaten up on is their menu systems are not the most intuitive. Now, I do think the RX is pretty easy to navigate though, so as far as an actual camera goes, this one's pretty good. However, the Galaxy S9 is the definition of easy. From pro settings to using auto, this is a joy to use. Plus, the huge display is really easy to see at all times, even in direct sunlight. It is just amazing, and like we mentioned in my initial impressions video, linked here, ding! The tap to focus is just striking. I just love filming with the Galaxy S9. It's really great. Accessories. Accessories can be a huge boon when taking pictures or filming, and one of my favorite accessories types is a gimbal. You can get a really awesome cell phone gimbal for about $100 to $120 depending on your brand of choice. I prefer the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. That gimbal is always with me and it works perfectly with the Galaxy S9. You can get a gimbal for the RX100 Mark V, and you can get something like the June Crane M, which is one of the lighter, cheaper versions, and you can get that for about 400 bucks. So budget friendly definitely goes with the cell phone over the actual camera, both for accessories for like dive housing or waterproof cases, or when it comes to gimbals and stuff like that. They both have great accessories, but if you're looking for more of a budget option, the phone is actually way better. Price. We talked about budget a little bit, let's talk about price overall. The Galaxy S9 will set you back about 700 bucks, and the RX100 will set you back about $1,000. Now that's expensive even for regular cameras. So take for example my Sony a6300, which we're currently filming on. That you can get for about 800 bucks, even cheaper if you look for a good deal. That's $200 to $300 cheaper than this little point and shoot. So the RX100 Mark V is way, way, way more expensive than getting something like the Galaxy S9. So this is an audio test and a low light test of both of these cameras. So this is the audio out of the Sony RX100 Mark V, audio test 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the audio out of the Samsung Galaxy S9 with a case on, audio test 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can kind of see the differences of the two cameras right now. And this is what my light is normally like when I'm filming a video. So let's see how good the low light is. So this is no light, except the backlight. This is just the backlight. Even the light in the window here is dying off, so I wonder what the difference is. I can see the screen. You know, one of the benefits of the Sony RX is it's got this flip out screen. I can actually see what I'm looking at, or I can see what I look like. I cannot tell in the Galaxy, but this is no light. Let's start raising it up. Ugh. Let's see how well it auto corrects. This is full light, where you can definitely start seeing those rings. You can definitely start seeing those rings in my eyes. Let's drop it all the way down. Let's shock it. Let's shock it. Boom! Boom! Okay, so this is where you can see the difference of the cameras in a controlled lighting test. Okay, back to the video. Double transition. So what, right? So what is this all about? So for professionals or high-end prosumers, yeah, you're probably gonna pick the Sony RX100 Mark V over the Galaxy S9. Just the sensor's bigger, it has more manual controls, you can do more camera type functions with the RX100 Mark V than you can the Galaxy S9. However, for the regular person, like some of us, mainly me, the Galaxy S9, I think, holds its own against the RX100 Mark V. In my mind, a lot of what the RX100 Mark V does, you can do with the Galaxy because it has more processing power. This is basically a mobile computer, whereas this deals with like regular camera stuff, sensor size, light. This has processors that can mimic those kind of things, and the image quality on the Galaxy S9 is so good. Like, it really shocks me just how good it is. So for the average person, I think the cell phone's the better deal. It's cheaper, you get more functionality out of it, you can get more accessories for it, also cheaper, and it just is so, you always have it with you. The Sony RX100 Mark V, great camera, too expensive. Too expensive for what you get, and it's very limiting. The thing that the RX100 Mark V has over the Samsung Galaxy S9 is this right here. The little flip screen is so much easier to frame your shot that way, but if you can deal, even the front-facing camera on this is not terrible, and it also has phase detection autofocus. This has better built-in stabilization in my mind than this. Everything about the Galaxy S9 is better in my mind than the RX100 Mark V. So I'm actually going to be using the Galaxy S9 as my B camera from now on, and I'm going to be selling the RX100 Mark V. I know that's crazy, I know it's crazy, but for a regular person, for an average person, the Galaxy S9 is way better. So what do you guys think? Which one of these cameras do you think is better, and which one would you get, or which one do you use? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Also, if you like this video, click that subscribe button down below. We do tech comparisons every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Well, hey, I'm the Everyday Dad, and if I can figure out that cell phones have legitimately gotten good enough that you can replace an average person's regular camera with one, you can figure it out. Thanks for watching.